Good morning, students. Welcome all to this online class. As you remember, question answers of measurement chapter was uploaded on the school website. Don't be lethargic in completing your work. Instead, be enthusiastic. During school days, you wanted holidays. Now you are enjoying long vacation at home. So give time to studies too. Now let's move on to our studies. The chapter which we started in the last lecture was human body, the teeth. A small recap of the last lecture. First topic was role of teeth. The important function of teeth is breakdown of food into simpler substances so that it can be swallowed easily and digested properly. Next function of teeth is to talk properly. Teeth helps in talking properly and giving facial expressions. Next is teething in babies. At the age of 6 months, teeth start coming in babies and the process is known as teething. At the age of 3 years, a set of 20 teeth is developed in babies. This set of teeth is known as milk teeth or temporary teeth. So, since the babies are in growing phase, this milk teeth plays certain role in their development. For example, this milk teeth helps in chewing food so that it can be swallowed easily and digested properly. Then further, this milk teeth helps in speech development and jaw development. Next topic was permanent teeth. As the age grows, this milk teeth starts falling out as shown here in this image. Until the age of 12 to 13 years, this milk teeth fully falls out and a complete set of permanent teeth takes its place. This permanent teeth is also known as adult teeth, and this teeth is 28 in number. Then further, at the age of 17 to 25 years, 4 more teeth grows in, and this teeth is known as wisdom teeth. Now, in a fully grown-up person or an adult person, total number of permanent teeth is 32. We also studied parts of a tooth. So a tooth can be divided into two parts, upper part and the lower part. Upper part is viewable from outside, whereas lower part cannot be viewed. Upper part that can be viewed from outside is known as crown. And the part which cannot be viewed because it is under the gums is known as root. This crown is white in color and is covered by enamel. Enamel is a hard and strong white substance which covers the crown. Enamel. And function of enamel is to protect the internal structure of tooth. Next part is dentine. Dentine is also hard, but not more than the enamel. Enamel is more hard than the dentine. And the function of dentine is to protect the innermost part of the tooth and that is pulp. Here in this pulp is shown by yellow color. This pulp, and this pulp contains the nerve cells and the blood vessels. And the last part is cementum. Cementum is a thin bony layer which covers the root and attaches the tooth to the jawbone. Now the topic which we will cover today is types of permanent teeth. Permanent teeth. First of all, there are 32 number of permanent teeth. 32 number of permanent teeth, and here the jaws of human beings is shown here. This is the upper jaw, and it is fixed. The position is fixed. Upper jaw is fixed, and this is the lower jaw. It is movable. And as we know, there is total 32 number of permanent teeth in a human being. So 16 number is present in the upper jaw, and 16 teeth is present in the lower jaw. So total it makes 32 teeth. Now, what are the types of permanent teeth? This we will study further. The type of permanent teeth, it is of 4 types, namely incisors, canines, premolars, and molars. They are 4 in numbers, and they are different in shape, size, structure, and number. And obviously, their function is accordingly different. Now we will go one by one in detail. First type of permanent teeth is incisor. They are present in the front part of the teeth. Means in the jaws, in the front part, the teeth is observed. It is incisors. And the number is 4 in the upper jaw and 4 in the lower jaw. And best viewed, the position of these incisors can be best viewed in this image. This represents the upper jaw, and this represents the lower jaw. And normally the teeth are white in color, but for your convenience and understanding, I have colored it with different colors so that you can easily understand. So here in this picture, the teeth which are of yellow color, here you see it is 4 in number, and these teeth are known as incisors. Incisors. So you can see here in the upper jaw, 4 is in the center here, and similarly 4 is in the lower jaw. It is also available. So 4 here and 4 here, total 8 in number. Now the shape of the incisors. It is chisel shaped with flat ends, somewhat sharp. This is the image of a incisor tooth, and it is, you can observe that this part of the tooth is sharp, and The sharpness is, it helps in cutting and chopping of food. So it can be observed in this slide. So this you can observe that this is the front part of the teeth and represents the incisors. So you can see that biting or cutting this incisors, how it helps in cutting and biting the food items. Now the next permanent teeth is canines. The position of these canines is besides the incisor. Just beside the incisors, they are found. And their number is 2 in the upper jaw and 2 in the lower jaw. So the position here we can observe in this by the red color, we have marked the canines. Mark the canines. And you can observe that 2, 1 this side and 1 this side. Total is 2, and yes, they are beside the incisors. And 2 is there in the upper jaw. Similarly, 2 here is it there. Here is also present in the lower jaw. So total 2 here and 2 here. Total it makes 4 canines. Now the shape of the canines. These canines are pointed and sharp. As you can see in this image, a canine tooth is shown here. In this you can see how sharp it is, and it helps in tearing the food. In human beings, these canines are not that sharp. A well-developed canines can be observed in flesh-eating animals. For example, lion. There you can observe that the canines are well-developed and sharp, and they tear the flesh with the help of these canines. In your area, you can observe these well-developed teeth in dogs. Dogs also have well-developed canines. Now the next permanent tooth is premolars. Premolars. The position of the premolars is next to the canines. They are found next to the canines. Our number is 4 in the upper jaw and 4 in the lower jaw. The position can be best viewed here in this diagram. You can observe that I have colored them with green color. This is in green color, represents the premolars. Represents the premolars. And you can observe that 2 here and 2 on this side. Total 4 in the upper jaw, and similarly 4 will be there in the lower jaw. Now we will see the shape of the premolars. These premolars are bigger, stronger, and broad with ridges. As you observe that these premolars are quite broad in comparison to the incisors and canines. These premolars are quite broad with ridges here, and the structure is such that they help in crushing and grinding of food, so that proper crushing and grinding of food is carried out with the help of these premolars, so that the food can be swallowed easily, thereby digested properly. Now, the next tooth is molars. Now, the position of this tooth is besides the premolars. Just beside the premolars, these molars are found, and the number is 4 in the upper jaw and 4 in the lower jaw. So we can see the position of these molars in this diagram. As you see that in the blue color, these molars I have colored in blue color. Molars. Now you see that they are 2 this side and 2 this side. Total 4 in the upper jaw and similarly 4 in the lower jaw. So total is 8 in number. And you observe that the position, it is just beside the premolars. Beside the premolars. And this is the wisdom teeth. I have colored it with purple color. So the position of these molars are between the wisdom teeth and the premolars. They lie between the wisdom teeth and the premolars. And you can also observe that in comparison to other teeth, this incisors, canines, premolars, and wisdom teeth. In comparison to all, this molars is quite broad and flat. So we'll go back on our slide where we will study the shape of the molars. Now the shape of the molars. They are wider, stronger with more ridges. As you can observe here, the wideness of this tooth increases. In comparison to premolars, they are more broader. Premolars are also broad, but here molars are broader than the premolars with more number of ridges. This broadness helps in proper grinding of food. Thereby, grinding leads to proper swallowing of food, and digestion also is carried out properly. Students, now today I'll end here. And now it's time to test your understanding and learning skill. To test your understanding and learning skill. Hope all are sitting with pen and a paper. And I'll ask questions as usual. I was asking earlier. Now question number 1 is, canines help to grind food? Canines help to grind food. So you have to state, you have to tell whether this statement is right or wrong. So Canines, you remember, is pointed and sharp, and it helps in what? What type of function it performs? Since it is sharp and pointed, it's help in tearing the food. But here this statement says that canines help to grind the food. So the statement is wrong because canines do not grind food. Instead, they tear the food. Now question number 2 is the last teeth a person gets. Gets are wisdom teeth. It is right or wrong? This statement is right or wrong? It says that the last teeth a person gets are wisdom teeth. As you remember, at the age of 17 to 25 years, the teeth which comes is the wisdom teeth. So this statement is right. Now the next question is, question number 3 is the crown of each tooth is covered with enamel. Now you have to say that, to tell whether this statement is right or wrong. As you remember, when we study part of tooth, there the crown is the part that can be viewed from outside, and it is white in color, and a hard and strong substance which covers the crown is the enamel. So do you remember, it is right or wrong? It will be right. It is right statement. Now the next question is, question number 4 is dentine lies under the dash. Now again remember the parts of a tooth. Where you have studied parts of tooth, dentine lies where? So it lies under what? I hope you remember. It is enamel. It lies under the enamel. Now the next question is, the pointed and sharp teeth, the pointed and sharp teeth beside the incisors are called what? So the pointed and sharp teeth. First of all, which type of teeth is pointed and sharp? Do you remember that? I hope all are remembering. And this type of teeth is well developed in the flesh-eating animals, for example, lion, and in dogs also you can observe it. So the pointed and sharp teeth is the canines. So the pointed and sharp teeth beside the incisors are called canines. Now the next question is, next to the canine teeth, next to the canine teeth are the dash. Next to the canine teeth lies which teeth? Do you remember that? I hope all are remembering. If not, go through the lecture once again and then answer these questions on your own. The answer is premolars. Okay. Now we'll end up here. Students, today we learned all the 4 types of permanent teeth in detail. Rest of the topics will be covered in the next lecture. Till then, stay home, stay safe, and have a nice day.